Hello everyone, welcome back to another Mudbox 2017 tutorial series. Today we're going to be building ourselves a stone bridge, and to do this I decided that I was going to need some reference images off of Google. So I just headed to Google and typed in 3D model stone bridge, and this is what I came up with. And I kind of like this look. This um, looks like it's got this little mossy look. It's from it being affected by the environment, so I kind of like that. With slate kind of stone, moss growing between the slates. The grass we'll probably deal with as a separate piece, but mainly we're going to be dealing with the stone. We'll just stick the grass in intermittently. But anyways, this is my reference image. I'm sure you guys go ahead and pull one up similar to this. I'll pull this up periodically so you guys can see. And before I start inside Mudbox, I actually am going to want to have a primitive object that I'm going to create that's going to be brought in here for us to build off of. So I'm actually going to be starting inside of Maya. So for those of you that are completely unfamiliar with Maya, you can go ahead and skip this section now. If you're inside my digital sculpting and texturing course at the college, I will provide you with the 3D asset. But for those who are savvy with Maya and want to go ahead and go through the entire process, we're going to go ahead and start there. Again, if you are not familiar with Maya, you can go ahead and skip this video and go to the next one. I'll include in my Dropbox a copy of the 3D asset, so you guys can go ahead and pull that and then just start the next video with Mudbox. So let's go ahead and dive in here. Alright, so what are we going to do? We're going to start out with a primitive object. So I'm just going to create myself a cube. So I'm going to go over to my shelf here, and here's a cube. So I'm just going to click that. It just drops right there in the center. Okay, good. Now I need this to be a little bit bigger, so I'm going to scale it up. So okay, that works. Also, I think I'm going to go ahead and close down Mudbox for this lesson. This is going to take me a few minutes, and Mudbox is drawing some of my resources, so I'm just going to go ahead and close Mudbox to free up my processing power on my computer. Come back to Mudbox. Back to Maya. Alright, here we go. Alright, so I need it to be about that wide, and I need to create the sides of the bridge. So I'm going to go to, actually, I'm going to create my geometry with some edge loops. So I'm just going to go to my shelf here. Here's my edge loop tool. I'm just going to double click there. I'm not going to be doing an intro to Maya here, so I'm presuming you guys know how to use Maya. I'm not going to go to the menu sets and show you where all things are located, presuming you guys know that. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and click on that. I have multiple edge loops on, so 2 were created. Okay. Go to face mode. Make sure you exit out insert edge loops. You're not dropping any new edge loops. And actually, I need to make these guys a little further apart, so I'm just going to grab both of those. I'm just going to scale them apart. Like so. And I'm going to go to face mode. Grab these 2 faces here. I'm just going to extrude them straight down. My extrude tool, and I'll pull those down. Okay, turn grid snapping on, so it'll just snap right to the grid. There we go. That's good. So this might be a little bit. Actually, we'll leave it where it's at currently. Okay. Now I need to create the concave, the arc for this guy. So I'm just going to go to my insert edge loop tool again. And this time I'm going to drop in, let's say, we're going to use 8. Sure. That sounds good. Okay, just going to select these 4. I'm going to press B. That'll enact my soft select. I'm just going to drag until well, if it's like this, it's probably way too big. You see down here, like the number is at 42. That's way too big. You see down at like 2. Okay. 5. Sure, that looks good. W. Okay, I'm just going to give myself a little bit of a concave like so. That's good. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to drop some edge loops on this side as well. And on this side, I'm hit Q. I'm going to go to vertex mode. Select these 4. Maybe I'll turn on mirroring while I'm at it. Speed up this whole process. Go down to symmetry settings. Turn mirroring on for the x-axis. I can just push on this side, and I'll push on both sides. That's good. Okay. Alright, that'll work. Okay. Now we need to deal with creating the border. So I'm going to turn off my mirroring portion for the moment. So I just go double click on my move tool, go to symmetry settings. I'm just going to turn off the mirror part. Okay. We go to face mode and turn off my soft select as well. Hit B. Just going to double click on this guy. Now this will give me the entire loop. That's not what I want. I only want the inside. So I'm just going to deselect the outside piece here. Deselect this piece. Deselect the top. Okay. I'm going to hit extrude. Okay. I don't want these pieces. They shouldn't be curving. I don't want this flat. Okay. Same thing with these guys. These guys have to maintain that curvature, so I'm just going to use my scale tool, round that off. Okay, that's good. Now, I have a couple options here, and I think I'm going to try my bevel tool first. I'm just going to select this guy like so. And on the other side as well. And let's see what the bevel looks like. Here's our bevel tool. Okay, I think that creates the kind of geometry I want. Most likely, it creates n-gons on the bottom though, so I gotta fix those. I'm okay with the fraction amount. That doesn't really bother me at all. I'm okay with that. Okay, so let's go ahead and address the n-gon on the bottom here. So what I mean by n-gon, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides on the bottom. So all I have to do is just go to my modeling toolkit, my tab over here. I'm going to go to my multi-cut tool, and I'm just going to click on this corner and this corner, hit enter. Okay, and that makes it to where now I have a quad on each side here. Okay, that's good. Now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to click on this edge here. I'm going to click on this edge down over here. Go ahead and hit enter again, and that completes that quad as well. So now we're back into quad territory. Everything is good. Great. Check. Moving on, we're going to now look at creating the arc and the handrails that we had before. So to do that, I'm just going to turn my insert edge loop tool again. I'm going to change this from 8 down to 2. Okay, that's good. Add in those 2 edge loops. Hit R for scale. I'm just going to scale these apart. Something around there looks okay. Okay. I'm going to go to face mode. And actually, before I even go there, I do want this to have like an arc to it. So I need to actually address that as well. So let's go ahead and add the arc first, then we'll add in the handrails. Handrails, I think, is a little bit more credit than what it is. It's not handrails, it's more like, I don't know, like guiding curve lines to make sure that whoever's riding over doesn't just fall off the side of it. If they're in like a wagon or something, but definitely not anything you'd be able to grab and hold on to. So I think that maybe we need to go with this better. Yeah, that's getting closer. Okay, getting closer. Need to put more influence. Closer. There we go. It's got just enough of a arc to it. I'm happy with that. Okay. Next, we're going to turn off soft select. And we need to just get these side pieces here. So I'm just going to select one, hold down shift, double click the next face. Same thing on this side. Now I have both sides. I just need to deselect everything but what's on top. So I'll just do one more keybox around everything except for those two top strips. Okay, that's good. Let's go ahead and extrude those. Okay. Okay, that's good. I'm going to, let's see here, I think that I want to bevel these guys. Let's go ahead and grab both sides here. I'm going to grab the ends as well. That'll hopefully keep me from getting n-gons because I'll make it to where the bevel connects in on itself. So let's just go ahead and run that. Yep. Oh, I missed one on this side. Let's see, I might got it on one side but not the other. Okay, there we go. So that looks good. Alright. So now all I really need to do with the geometry anyways is I want to make it to where the geometry is even. That way when I subdivide, that I'm not getting a ton of resolution in here but no resolution over here, so I can't sculpt any detail in these areas. So I got to even it up a little bit, which means I do need to add in some more geometry. So let's go ahead and put in, let's say we're going to dial this up to 4. Okay. Okay, so that'll even that part up, and we'll do the same thing going this way. I know it seems like, oh, I'm adding a ton of geometry, and yes, I am adding a ton of geometry, but it's necessary for me to be able to sculpt this. So that brings us up to 1,254 polygons for this entire bridge, which isn't terrible. This is kind of like a hero piece for an environment. So I'm not going to shy away from it. I'm going to go ahead and let it be. I'll make it to where I can evenly texture this thing, not to worry about. I could texture this really good, but over here the texture is not taking because of the geometry spread isn't even. Okay, let's keep going forward here. I need to, before I can finish this video, I need to actually prep this for Mudbox. So to do that, I need to create a UV set and lay the UVs out so that we can go ahead and bring this into Mudbox. So next I'm going to make a side panel here. Okay, that looks good. And I'm going to go to my UV editor. So panels, panel, UV editor. Oops. Pop down. There we go. Good. Okay, so now I'm going to select my object here. I'm going to go to UVs and automatic. Okay. Looks like my projection planes are a little huge. Might be okay, but I'm just going to adjust them so that they look a little more realistic. Okay, that looks good. Let's leave up from the side here. Close. Now, if you're wondering if the question's rattling on your head, if this will work if I don't adjust my planes here, yeah, they'll still work. But if you make it to where the planes fit your model a little bit better, they'll give you more accurate textile density, meaning that the areas that are big get the amount of room they should get versus getting squished or stretched based on the projection planes not being relative to the size of your your object, your subject. I've yet to see a setting inside of automatic mapping that lets you say, okay, make it to the same aspect ratio of the subject model. If any of you happen to find that, go ahead and leave it in the comment section. I would not mind learning that. I'm all about learning. I don't know if you guys can tell that when it comes to these videos. That's the reason I make them, is for you guys to learn, but I am not saying I know everything. So if you guys find that out, go ahead and leave it in the comment section. I don't mind learning how to do that. That would help me out. I have to do anything I'm doing right now. Okay, so that takes care of that. All the stuff is already broken apart. I could go ahead and send this over to Mudbox now, but if I want to make it to where everything's seamless as I'm working on it, I might want to take a couple extra steps before I wrap up this video. So let's see here. What do I get for this? So that makes it to where the seams on the inside here aren't necessarily what I want. So I might want to stitch some of this together and cut some of it apart. So for instance, these top edges here, I think that's what this is, the face mode. Okay, yeah, so these end faces actually belong to the outside. So maybe I might want to just cut those loose and attach them to the outside. That'll probably help. And I apologize for this video running long. I'm trying to keep all my future videos under or around 15 minutes. But this one is going to run a little bit long because I need to take care of the UV editor. I don't want to have two Maya videos that are tied into my Mudbox series. So I'm trying to get it to where this whole first video encompasses everything. So apologies for the lengthiness. Okay, so we're going to go to our cut and sew tools, and I'll just go to, let's see here, just go cut. Okay. These shells, just go ahead and take these two shells, move them off to the side. That means that these shells here they go to these ones. Go to edge mode. We're just going to select these edges here. I'll select all the edges of these ones that are supposed to connect to it. I'm just going to go to stitch together. Well, it appears it did not like that. Okay, so I grab this one here. Let's go ahead and deselect that as well. Okay, let's try it again. Nope, still doesn't like it. There's the grabbing. Okay. Slow down apparently. It's not liking the rushed method I was trying to give it. Okay. Slow down. Okay. Let's go to, let's take this shell and let's just unfold it. That way I can get it a little bit better. Go down to unfold. Recording a video, Drake. I'm recording a video. I just said I'm recording a video. Okay, so continue on, guys. We gotta do our unfold now. Sorry, my son just got home. Okay, so there we go. Okay. I'll take this shell here. We can do the same process. Let's see if they'll let me do it this time without giving me any guff. Deselect everything over here. Make sure that thing is excellently selected. And we'll just try doing a even so. Alright, that one worked nice and perfect. Excellent. I'll also grab these UVs here, and then I'll go to Modify, Unfold. Not liking how those ones are looking. Looks to me like these ones are moved apart a little bit. Let's see what happens if I go to UV shell, take the whole thing, and go to unfold. Okay, yeah, it gives me something like that. That's perfect. Okay, let's go ahead and just move this into this 1 by 1 space. Grab this one, move it over here. Actually, I'm going to probably end up giving it more space, but let's, before we go there, let's not jump the gun. Let's get our area organized. No, I think we're going to have to just leave it as is. Okay, let's look at this other part down here. Okay, that's the bottom of the feet. Kind of unimportant. We're not going to even really be seeing that, so I'm not going to worry about stitching that together. That's the other side. Okay, so I'm just going to take those ones and just kind of stick them off to the side. Let's see if I can just rotate them. Make them a little bit smaller. Okay, so that's taken care of. Let's go ahead and address the inside here. These what these are. Yep. So I don't want that side. I want these right here. We go to Modify, or no, I'm sorry, Stitch Together. Let's see here, this might not be the same one, so let's go to UV shell, take this over here. Yeah, it's the wrong side, that's what happened. Alright, moving so. Same thing with this one. Hit G, moving so. Okay, that's the whole piece. Alright. What about these guys up here? That's the top. Okay, good. Okay, so we're going to take this one and we'll place it, say, there we go. And let's see about this top piece here, okay? We go to edge mode, we're going to select all these edges. Okay, what we can do, and let's see what happens when we move insert these guys. We'll pull these guys in. Actually, you know what, I don't want those in. I want just the side pieces. So I'm going to go to Move and Sew. And we'll see these guys as I'm on the top there. Yes, okay, good. And again, deselect this over here and go back to Modify and Move and Sew. Okay, I'm going to take all these UVs, select all of them. I'm going to go to Modify, Unfold. Okay, and I'm going to take this and bring it over here. And I'm going to go to UV Shell and take this one. Just going to move it up a little bit. Take this one, move it over. Take this one, move it up. Okay. Now I can give this one here slightly more room. Scale that up slightly. Same thing with this one. Just rotate it a little bit. Scale it. Rotate it. Okay. I think that will do it. So I'm going to go to Object Mode, select the object. I'm done with the UV editor now. Just going to go to File and Export Selection. And I'm going to put this on my desktop for now until I move it to its final destination. I'm going to call this one StoneBridge. FBX export, that's good. So go ahead and export selection. Okay, so that pretty much does it for this lesson. In the next lesson, we're going to go into Mudbox and we'll import this bridge into Mudbox, and then we'll start the process of creating the texture for it. Alright, so thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next lesson.